Storms and showers were the story and remain the story into the start of your work week. Krissy Vann joining you, and look at this big difference. West, quiet. East, that is where all the activity has been and will continue to be as we head into the beginning of this week. One thing that you will notice through the prairies, a little bit cooler, high pressure in place. Toronto at 19 to start the Monday, Halifax at 14, and some lingering showers, as of course there have been widespread showers overnight, but the big activity has all been centered in Ontario. We always love to keep you informed on what's in store for the commute and potentially thunderstorm activity right through southern Ontario. The biggest threat for the morning hours are going to be through the Ottawa Valley. Even south of Montreal could see some of those storms fire up. Heading through the day, it's going to be your most unsettled day of the week. Then as we head through the rest of the week, you're going to clear out, but you're also going to be cooling down. And that's due to this high pressure that's been sinking south from Hudson Bay. Let's talk about the storms, though, that could fire up in Ontario. Heading into the afternoon, this area shaded in red, that is where we could see a severe storm develop. Basically what happened through Sunday, some of those storms fired off, zapped some of the energy, but it'll have time to fuel up throughout the day. We could potentially see some significant rainfall, 30 to 45 millimeters through cottage country. And keep in mind, some of these totals through the south will be locally higher in thunderstorms. We'll talk about the wintry weather potential in Atlantic Canada coming up. Keep it here. But the story continues stateside. In fact, in North Texas, there has been some damaging flooding, people needing to be rescued. Krissy Vann joining you as we head into the beginning of the work week. We see that storm potential shift east and include portions of Ontario. We do have the threat of seeing some severe storms pop up in Ontario. In addition to that, as we make our way through the week, we're going to see this Colorado low pushing east and the remnants of Anna pushing north, and that could mean a wintry mix for you in Newfoundland. We'll break that down in a moment, but let's join Mark Robinson in Tornado Alley from earlier on the weekend. We'll continue to check in with our storm hunters as we head over the next couple of weeks. Now, for you in Ontario, your most active day is going to be Monday. Then the storm potential, well, we're going to see that all fire up to the east. In fact, Newfoundland, there is already a special weather statement in place for you. We'll talk about that momentarily, but I mentioned the threat of severe weather in Ontario. Anywhere shaded in red, we're really going to be watching this zone through the afternoon on Monday. Enough daytime heating, and we could potentially see severe storms with heavy downpours, strong winds, and possibly some hail. Then to Newfoundland. There's a special weather statement already in place for you, and that's because of those remnants of Anna merging with that Colorado low. So we do have the potential of seeing some significant snowfall, even some freezing rain. Looking at some of our upper level temperatures here across the country, we will notice along the BC coast you actually cool down a little bit. How are things going to look, though, as we head into the long weekend? Well, those details, if you're eager to have them, they're in your 14-day trend coming up. Of course, breaking that story down throughout the show. Krissy Vann joining you. As for things overnight, widespread showers, they linger in through the start of your Monday, and then we'll start to see some clearing into the afternoon before the next round of unsettled weather. Looking at your Monday morning, you can see Halifax still into the showers at 9, sun in Charlottetown at 6, St. John's only 4 degrees, that mix of sun and cloud. This is the big story for you, though. Environment Canada has issued a special weather statement for significant wintry weather throughout Newfoundland, and that's due to the merging of a Colorado low and remnants of Tropical Storm Anna. Of course, it's not just Atlantic Canada where we're seeing the active conditions, and that's why we're tracking the active weather. We make our way into Ontario, where, of course, we had an active weekend, and anything ahead of this cold front, that is where we will see thunderstorms potentially develop. We do have the threat of seeing some severe storms pop up through southwestern Ontario right ahead of that cold front, and to the northwest, cold enough for some mixing along the shores of Lake Superior. Temperature-wise, you can see here 6 in Thunder Bay versus 27 in Windsor. Now, we may do the weather selfie, but here's some extreme selfie action.